Hi fellow crafters, I'm back today with another fun fold card idea. If you love fun folds, then this one you're going to want to try. This fun fold has a unique layout, one that is a top fold window card. If this is the first time you're visiting my channel, hi, I'm Terri from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I love sharing techniques and project ideas for rubber stamping, paper crafting, and scrapbooking with you each week. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified when my next video goes live. Speaking of videos, be sure to watch all the way through this video for my bonus tips and design ideas. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator yet, I would love for you to choose me. I will link to my online stores in the description box under this video. Now for today's fun fold, I'm going to be using my Irresistible Blooms bundle and the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. And I'm going to introduce a product that is coming out in the next mini catalog. Shall we get started? I'm going to be using my Irresistible Blooms bundle for an element that I want to create for the front of my card. So I have a scrap piece of basic white, and I've got the smaller bloom from the Irresistible Blooms stamp set, and I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black ink to ink it up, stamp it down, and then what I'm going to do is use my Stampin Blends, and I'm going to use the soft sea foam color. I'm going to color this, and then, sorry, I'm going to use the die, the matching die in the die pack to die cut it out. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step in this card. I'll be using my Hello Irresistible paper for today's fun fold. It is still available in my online store, but you should know that when I checked today, it was showing as low inventory. So don't wait to order a pack if you want to use it for this fun fold as well. I love these elegant botanical and floral designs that are in the paper, and along with that, we've got these beautiful color washes. So here's a bit of trivia about this paper. It was hand-drawn digitally to give it a natural artistic flair. Now you can cut out or die cut out some of the designs in the paper, which I've done here, or you can use the designs for a background layer, which is what we're going to be doing on this card. So here's my card base. It is soft sea foam. And I'm going to be using this particular design, and I want to adhere it onto the card front, but I just want to adhere it on the 4 sides, not in the center. And I'll show you why in a second. All right, there it is. And now I want to introduce to you a brand new product that's coming out in the next mini, which I gave you a bit of a teaser about in the introduction to this video. These are called the Deckled Circles dies. And get this, there's 14 circle dies in the pack. So this is a fantastic purchase and something that I hope will carry over to the next annual catalog. And I don't see why not, because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have circle dies anymore in this kind of a fashion with all of these layers. So fingers crossed. What I've done is I've taken one of the dies from the pack, and I want to open up my card, and I want to die cut through both the layers, the designer paper and then the soft sea foam underneath. So I'm going to stop the video, go over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and die cut this layer out of my card. All right, I've got these circles that were die cut out, which is why I said don't put the adhesive in the center so that we can use these 2 circles. But next what I want to do is a little bit of stamping on the front of this card. All right, I have the thank you phrase mounted and ready to go. And I'm going to use, again, my Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to stamp this on the front of the card. like so. And now let's work on the fun fold, shall we? Now, to create the fun fold, I have a layer of basic white. Once I have the layer ready to go, what I want to do is score it at 4 inches and then score it again at 6 inches. Then what I want to do is I want to create almost like a mini Z fold or Z fold from this fun fold layer. And now let's decorate it. I'm going to open up my fun fold, and I have my soft seafoam ink, and I've got this leaf stamp, and so I'm going to ink the leaf and stamp it down. The first leaf I want to stamp here, and the second one I'm going to put in the diagonal corner like so. And then this piece here that I die cut from the front, we're also going to utilize. From the Quiet Meadow stamp set, I like this phrase, "You're too kind," and I'm going to ink it up using the Tuxedo black ink and stamp it down right onto the designer series paper that I die cut out. And then I'm going to adhere this paper in the center of the fun fold. All right, that's what it looks like, and you can see that somehow I managed to get ink on my fingers and smear a little bit onto my fun fold, but there's a remedy for that. I have another piece of the same designer series paper, and I'm just going to adhere that onto my fun fold, and nobody will be any wiser. And when I went to put adhesive on this side of the designer paper, I liked it much better. So it's very subtle, and I wanted something subtle. I want this to be the feature. So I decided to adhere that side down instead. Now what we want to do is take the card base, and we want to adhere only the larger section of the fun fold to the card base. So I'll go ahead and do that next. Now I have set that aside to dry for a minute, and while it's drying, I'm going to take this die from the Irresistible Blooms die pack, and I'm going to die cut 2 sets of leaves to use with the flower that I stamped and colored a few seconds ago. So I'll do that, and I'll be back in a moment. Now I want to create a layer for the flower and the leaves to be adhered to, so I'm going to bring in the next smaller size of the deckled circles and die cut that out. So I'll do that and be back in a second. Now what I want to do is adhere the 2 circles together and then add the flower elements. All right, I've got my flower ready, and now it's time to adhere it to my card. So what I did was I closed up the fun fold, brought down the top of my card, and now what I want to do is I want to adhere my flower down. I think I want it this way. And I'm only going to attach adhesive on the part of the fun fold that is visible inside the decal circle cutout. I hope that makes sense. Would you like to see another Irresistible Blooms card idea? Then why not watch this video next? So this is what it looks like so far. And now let's talk embellishments. And yes, I am going to use some of my Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. I think just a subtle touch would be really nice for this particular card idea. And there we go. We have a beautiful fun fold window card idea. If you would like a complete listing of the supplies that I used, the measurements for the layers, and the product ordering numbers in case you want to order the products I used so that you can make this card at home as well, I will link to my blog article in the description box under this video. You can link over there and get all the information you need. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. I hope you'll try this fun fold card idea someday soon. Bye for now.